Wastelanders, Year 2. This past year, our apocalyptic toons and ne'er-do-wells emerged from Vault 76 into Appalachia to find a region changed after 25 years of one horror after another. As we explored yesterday, we saw how the world has changed and been changed by people returning to the region to claim it as their own. But a short walk up the road from Top of the World will bring you to Seneca Rocks, which you've likely explored countless times. A closer look, however, will reveal something unusual. The story behind it is even more unusual. Deeply entrenched into the whispered campfire tales and folklore of the region are cryptids. We've had our fair share of them the past year in game, from the Flatwoods Monster, aka the cryogenically frozen corpse of the artist formerly known as Prince, and even the Grafton Monster, aka 18 tons of liposuction out for a stroll. On Seneca Rocks, however, is harpooned to the side a massive winged beast that at first glance you assume is merely a Scorched Beast. A closer look, however, reveals something odd. Feathers, talons, multiple limbs, and a beaked head. To understand what this is, we need to take a stroll back through time to February 1st, 1895. It's a cold winter day in Burgoo, West Virginia, and beneath the shadow of Owl's Head Mountain, a 10-year-old girl named Landy Junkins is running errands for her parents. They had asked her to make way over to check on the elderly Mrs. Warnick a few miles away. Little Landy Junkins, bundled up for the cold, said her goodbyes to her parents and walked out the door, never to be seen again. As the day wore on and darkness gathered, her parents worried, and with a group of volunteers they searched the frozen fields, finding only the little girl's small footprints that went out into the frozen snow and suddenly stopped. But this incident would be just the first of a week of terror for the people of Burgoo. Later that week, 2 different incidents would be credibly reported, one by Deputy Sheriff Rube Nyhauser and his son, later a hunter named Peter Swadler. In both cases, they reported encountering and fighting off a monstrous bird. In the case of Mr. Swadler, his dog Gunner attempted to protect his owner and was carried away, also never to be seen again. And so began the legend of the Thunderbird of Owl's Head Mountain. Thunderbirds are one of the most legendary North American cryptids, dating back to the ancestral tales of North American indigenous peoples' history and culture, and has depicted independently in the peoples of the Pacific Northwest to the East Coast tribes of the United States. During the February 1895 sightings, the descriptions of the creature were consistent. A creature with a 15 to 18-foot wingspan. To put that into perspective, the largest bird alive today is the great albatross, with an average 11-foot wingspan. More relatable, this terror of the skies was the width of 2.5 Andre the Giants, half as tall as a telephone pole, or simply as wide as an 18-foot mobile home. As you stumble upon the newest cryptid to appear in Appalachia, give a care, for as monstrous as this terror is, it begs to wonder, what or who crucified it up there to begin with? Or I might not know what the hell I'm talking about, and it's just a mutated pigeon. This is Kenneth Figure, and I hope to see you in the Wasteland.